Hello students, through this recorded session of English, today I will explain you a grammatical topic which is determiners. As the definition says, a determiner is a word which identifies the noun that is being referred to in a sentence. We can say that the functioning of a determiner in a sentence is to ensure and identify the noun that is being referred to. Means a determiner comes just before a noun to identify it, to ensure it. So, to understand it, there are two sentences. The first sentence says, those flowers in the shop across the street are for sale. So, in this sentence, the word those is a determiner. In the next sentence, could you please add some sugar to the coffee? In this given sentence, the term some is a determiner. Now let's discuss the types of determiners. As you can see, 6 categories of determiners are there. The first one is articles, a, an, and the. Second is demonstratives, this, that, these, those. Third is distributives, each, every, either, neither. Fourth is possessives, my, our, your, his, her, its, their. Fifth is quantifiers and numerals. Some, any, much, many, more, less, several, various, many, few, the few, little, a little, the little. All, whole, other, another, both, fewer, lesser, a lot of, lots of, plenty of, a great many, a good many, a great deal of, a good deal of. And the last, sixth category is interrogatives. Here you will see all the interrogative words like what, which, okay, whose, how much, such words. So let's discuss these types of determiners in detail now. So first of all, articles, and beta, you already know that articles are of 3 categories: indefinite, definite, and zero. Indefinite article means to use a or an. Definite article is the, and zero article means not to use any of these articles. You have to just put the sign of cross in the blank space. Okay, now uses of indefinite article, that is a or an. First use says before a singular countable noun. Beta, you already know that a and an are the abbreviated form of one. So the noun before which you are going to use either of them, it must be singular. And if the singular countable noun starts with a vowel sound, you must use an necessarily before it. And if it starts with a consonant sound, then use a. Here are a few sentences. The first sentence says, he is dash honorary member of our club. Honorary member is a singular noun. And honorary starts with O sound, honorary. Okay, which is a vowel sound. Therefore, we have written here an. Second sentence says, she is dash noble lady. Noble lady is a singular noun and noble starts with n sound, n, which is a consonant sound. Therefore, a. She is a noble lady. Come to the next sentence. My uncle is an Emily. Emily is a singular noun, and when we write M, it does start with A sound. When we write M, it starts with A sound, therefore, which is a vowel sound, therefore we have written here N. Next sentence, she is a CA. CA is a singular noun, okay, and CA starts with S sound, S, which is a consonant sound, therefore we have written here A. She is a CA. Next sentence, it is an X-ray machine. X-ray machine is a singular noun, and when we write X, it starts with A sound, which is a vowel sound, therefore we have written here N. Similarly, he came an hour late. The word hour starts with a sound, which is a vowel sound, therefore we have written here N. Next sentence, he gave me a 1 rupee coin. 1 rupee coin is a singular noun. Although the word one starts with the letter O, but it starts with V sound, V, which is not a vowel sound. It is a consonant sound. Therefore, we have written here A. He gave me a 1 rupee coin. Next sentence. She is a European. She is a European. The word European is a singular noun, and here it starts with Y sound, Y, which is a consonant sound. Therefore, we have written here A suitably before it. Next is I am an Indian. Indian is a singular noun and it starts with E sound, Indian, E. So it is a vowel sound. So we have written here an before it. Now second rule says before the following exceptional uncountable nouns. Though we don't use any article generally before uncountable nouns, but these are the exceptional ones before which we must use a necessarily before them. And they are a hurry, a pain, a fever, a headache, a cry, a laugh, a noise, a pity, a cold, a knock. Like when I saw her, she was in a hurry. Okay. Next, I have got a fever today. I have got a fever today. Okay. And please have a pity on us. Please have a pity on us. Okay, next, third rule says before a proper noun when it is used as a common noun. Though we don't use any article before a proper noun, but when a proper noun is used as a common noun in a sentence, we must use a or an suitably before it. The first sentence says he thinks he is a Shakespeare. He thinks he is a Shakespeare, but he is not Shakespeare. Okay. So here Shakespeare has been used as a common noun because the person is not Shakespeare. Second sentence says she is a Savitri, means she is a lady like Savitri. She herself is not Savitri, she is a lady like Savitri. So here the proper noun Savitri has been used as a common noun. Similarly, in the next sentence, he is a Gandhi. He himself is not Gandhi. He is a Gandhi, means he is a person like Gandhi. Next rule, fourth rule says before a singular noun in an exclamatory sentence starting with what? If an exclamatory sentence starts with what? Okay. Then we have to see whether the noun is singular or plural uncountable. If the noun is singular in such an exclamatory sentence, we must use a or an suitably before it. But if the noun is plural or uncountable, don't use any article. You have to just put the sign of cross before it. Like what dash funny story it is. Funny story is a singular noun. Okay. Therefore, we have written here a. What a funny story it is. Next sentence, what an incredible sight it was. Incredible sight, this is a singular subject. And incredible, this word starts with E sound, which is a vowel sound, therefore an. Next sentence, what dash beautiful eyes. Here, the word eyes is a plural noun. So before a plural noun, we can't use a or an. Okay, so you have to just put the mark of cross here. In the next sentence, what dash sweet music. Music is uncountable, so we can't use a or an before it. So you have to just put the sign of cross. Next, uses of definite article. That is the. First rule says before a superlative degree. You already know that superlative degree is the highest form of an adjective. Okay, so either the adjective will end in st or est, or the word most will come before it, like tallest, longest, smallest, cheapest, or most expensive, most powerful. Okay, most interesting, most dominating, this way. Okay, so before a superlative degree, we use the necessarily. First sentence says iron is the most useful metal. Most useful is an example of superlative degree. Therefore, we have written here the. Next sentence, Anita is the tallest girl of our class. Tallest is a superlative degree. Therefore, the. Next rule says before the comparative degree when it comes twice a sentence. Comparative degree either ends in R or ER, or the word more will be given before it, like more expensive, more powerful, more dominating, or taller, heavier, smaller, this way. So before comparative degree, when it is given twice in a sentence, we use the both the times. Okay, before the comparative degree, when it comes twice a sentence, we use the. For example, the more she eats, the fatter she gets. So the comparative degree is given twice, more and fatter. Therefore, the both the times. Next sentence: the sooner we finish the work, the better it is. Sooner and better. These are comparative. These are the examples of comparative degree. Therefore, the both the times. Next rule: before unique things or groups of things, we use the. Like the sun rises in the east, the theory of relativity. The theory of relativity itself is a unique thing. Therefore, the before it. Next rule says before a noun when it gets repeated. Whenever a noun comes for the first time in a sentence, use a or an suitably before it. But when it gets repeated, it becomes definite, use the before it. Like last night we saw a movie. Here we have written a movie. But if it gets repeated further in sentences, then we must use the. The movie was most scaring. Okay. Next rule says before an adjective when it represents the whole class of the same kind. Whenever an adjective comes in a sentence uh, to represent the whole class of the same category, we use the before it. And such adjectives are not followed by any noun. They convey a plural sense always. Like the wise are respected everywhere. Here, the phrase the wise refers to the category of wise people, and it does not refer to any specific individual who is wise. Okay. Next sentence: the dead are worshipped. Here, the dead refers to the dead people. The poor should be helped. The poor similarly refers to the poor people. Next rule says before a noun when it comes for the whole class of the same kind. Like the use of an adjective. If a noun comes to represent the whole class of the same kind, we use the before it. Like the cow is a holy animal. The cow is a holy animal. So in this sentence, the cow here, the phrase cow, the cow here refers to the species of cow, the entire species of cow. So the cow is a holy creature, या फिर holy animal. Next, the dog is a faithful animal. Similarly, the phrase the dog refers to the whole species of dog. Okay. The rose is a sweet flower. Similarly, we are not talking particularly about a rose flower. Here, we refers to the whole category of the rose. Next rule says before ordinals. You already know that beta two types of counting is there, cardinals and ordinals. So before the use of ordinals, we must use the, but such ordinals must be followed by some noun. Okay, a noun must be there after an ordinal. Only then we can use the before it. Like Neil Armstrong was the first man who went in space. And ordinals are first, second, third, 100th, 20th, 31st. These are ordinals. And cardinals are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So if an ordinal is followed by a noun, we must use the before it. Like Neil Armstrong was the first man who went in space. So first is an ordinal, and here it has been followed by a noun, man. Therefore, we must use the before it. Similarly, she got the third rank in the class. Next rule, before a noun when it gets definite because of some phrase or clause. Whenever a group of words comes in a sentence and it makes some subject or noun definite, we must use the before such a noun or subject. Like the man with the flag is my uncle. Here the phrase with a flag has made the noun man definite. Therefore, we must use the before it. Next sentence, where is the book that I gave you yesterday? That I gave you yesterday is a clause which makes the noun book definite. Therefore, we must use the before it. Because you might have a library of your own, but I am particularly talking about the book that I gave you yesterday. Okay, so the before it. Next rule says before a proper noun of great repute when compared with some other proper noun. Okay, so whenever we can say whenever two proper nouns are being compared, in such a case we must use the before a proper noun of great repute, which is more famous than the other one. Like Kashmir is the Switzerland of India. In this sentence, Kashmir and Switzerland, these are two proper nouns. And the more famous is Switzerland. Therefore, we must use the before it. Next is Kalidas is the Shakespeare of India. Kalidas and Shakespeare, these are two proper nouns. And the more famous of these two is Shakespeare. Therefore, the. Next rule says before the names of the following things, river like the Ganges, sea, the Black Sea, okay, the Red Sea, the Arabian Sea, ocean, the Pacific Ocean, Gulf, the Gulf of Mexico, okay, the Gulf of Kutch, I think, and canal, the Indira Gandhi Canal, the Suez Canal, bay, the Bay of Bengal, direction, the east, the west, the north, the south, desert, the Sahara Desert, the Thar Desert, okay, group of islands, the West Indies, the Lakshadweeps, mountain ranges, the Himalayas, okay, or hills, the Shivaliks, the Aravallis, historical places like the Red Fort, okay, the Qutub Minar, monuments, the Taj Mahal, musical instruments, the guitar, the tabor, the harmonium, the flute, the pungi, holy books like the Gita, the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the Quran, the Bible, the Ramayana. Okay, newspaper, the Times of India, the Hindustan Times, the Dainik Bhaskar, the Rajasthan Patrika. Okay, journal, the Reader's Digest, the India Today, express trains the Rajdhani Express, the Jammu Tawi Express, plane, the Kingfisher, the Indian Airways, like okay, ship, the Titanic, and okay, political parties, the BJP, the Indian National Congress Party, okay, the AAP, plural forms of surnames like the Sharmas, the Guptas, the Khuranas, plural forms of castes, the Brahmins, the Meenas, okay, plural forms of religions, the Hindus, the Muslims, the Christians, or the plural forms of nationalities, the Indians, the Africans, the Americans, the Japanese, this way. One note is there, the is not used before most when it means very. Sometimes the term most is not used as a superlative degree. So in such a condition, we shouldn't use the before it. For example, the story was most interesting. It means because here there is no comparison. Okay, the story was most interesting. Here there is no comparison. So the term most is not the superlative degree. It is merely very. So no article is needed here. The story was most interesting. Here it means the story was very interesting. Now the uses of zero article, that is not to use any article. The first rule says before a proper noun. He lives in Anand Vihar. Anand Vihar is a proper noun. Therefore, no article. They will come to meet us in January. The word January is a proper noun. Therefore, no article. Next rule says before an uncountable and a plural noun. If the noun is uncountable or plural, we must not use any article before it. For example, fill the bucket with dash water. Water is uncountable. There is no requirement of using any article. Next, dash children are playing in the garden. Here, the word children is a plural noun. So there is no requirement of using any article. You have to just put the mark of cross. Next rule says before an abstract and material noun. Abstract means any feeling or idea, the things which we can only feel, okay, that we can't see and touch, we can only feel. So before abstract things, we don't use any article. Like they deserve dash praise. Okay, so no requirement of using any article. Next, material noun. Beta, material noun. A material noun is a substance or material out of which something else is prepared. Okay, so before material noun, before a material noun, we don't use any article. Okay, just say gold, silver, wood, plastic, iron, okay, leather, rubber, these things. This ring is made up of gold. So gold is material. Gold is a material noun. So there is no requirement of using any article. Next is before the names of months, seasons, languages, subjects, diseases, games, and sports. Okay, we don't use any article. Before the names of month, before the names of months, seasons, languages, subjects, diseases, games and sports. For example, I like to play cricket. I like to play cricket. So before the term cricket, which is the name of a game and a sport, okay, we need not use any article. Next rule says before the names of the following places, either zero article or the is used. School, college, church, temple, hospital, university, cinema, theater, jail, prison. These are the names of places before which we either use zero article or the. If these places are visited for the same purpose for which they are constructed, for which they are built, we don't use any article. I repeat, if these places are visited or mentioned in a sentence for the same purpose for which they are constructed, we don't use any article. If these places are visited or mentioned in a sentence for some other purpose, we must use the before them. For example, children are going to dash school. So the purpose of children's visiting the school is the same for which this building is there. So no article is required. Next, Rohan's father is going to the school to deposit his fees. So the purpose of Rohan's father's visiting the school is quite different. Okay, he's not going to school for studies. Therefore, the. My mother always goes to temple. So in this sentence, the term temple has been used for the same purpose for which this building, this place has been constructed. Okay, therefore zero article. He lives near the temple. Here in this sentence, we are using the term temple just to tell someone the address. Okay, therefore the. I repeat, beta. Whenever these places, school, college, church, temple, hospital, university, cinema, theater, jail, and prison, if these places are visited or mentioned for the same purpose they are constructed, we don't use any article. If they are visited or mentioned in a sentence for the same purpose, for some different purpose, we use the. Okay, next rule says before the following words: nature, society, fate, fortune, luck, destiny, hell, heaven, mankind, man. If used for the whole human race, okay, if we are just referring the term man for an individual, then in that case we should use a. Okay, but if this word man comes for the whole human race, okay, then in that case we need not use any article before it. Father, mother, or any name of relation. Meals also, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Okay, like dash man lives in dash society. Here the term man refers to all the human race, the whole human race. Therefore there is no requirement of using any article. And society, before society we don't use any article. Next example, dash father give me this watch on my birthday. There isn't any requirement of using any article. They are taking dinner. So before meals we don't use any article, therefore we have put here the sign of cross. Next, demonstratives, this, that, these, those. This and that, these are used for singular things, and these and those are used for plural things. This denotes nearness, while that denotes to a distant object. Similarly, these denotes to nearness, and those denotes to the objects of some distance. Okay. First sentence says these books are very useful. Okay. Now distributives, each, every, either, neither. The word each is used when the number of subject is definite and we are talking in a particular sense. In that case we must use each. And when we are talking in a common way and the number of subject is not definite, then every. Okay, in case of a definite subject, or when the number of subject is definite, or when we are talking in a particular sense, we use each. And when we are talking in a common way and the number of subject is not definite, we use every. Either means one out of the two, or both also. Neither means not any of the two. Example says each room of this building is airy and spacious. Next example, every day is not a Sunday. He looked either way to proceed. Fourth kind is possessives. My, our, your, his, her, its, their. This is my room. That is her house. Now quantifiers and numerals. Some. Some means a small number or quantity. Both some and any can be used before a singular, plural, countable and uncountable noun. So noun can be of any kind before which we want to use some or any. But there are a few conditions in which we use some and any. Okay. So some means beta a small number or quantity of. And its first use says in affirmative sentences we use some. If the sentence is affirmative, use some. Like he needs some rest. Okay, you need not look at the noun, whether it is countable or uncountable, singular or plural, because we can use some before any kind of noun. We have to just look at the category of sentence. If the sentence is affirmative, use some. In interrogative negative sentences also, if the sentence is affirmative or interrogative negative, use some. Like, don't you want to have some rest now? The sentence is interrogative. Don't you want to have some rest now? The sentence is interrogative negative, sorry. So some. Next sentence, won't you give me some food to eat? This sentence is also interrogative negative, therefore some. Even in an interrogative sentence, when there is the expression of some offer or polite request. I repeat, even in an interrogative sentence, when there is the expression of some offer or polite request. Like, would you like to have some coffee? Although the sentence is interrogative, and in interrogative sentences we generally don't use some, But this sentence is showing some offer, the sense of offer. Therefore, some. Next sentence, could you please give me some old newspapers? In this sentence, polite request is being made. Therefore, some. Next, any. In negative sentences, if the sentence is negative, use any. I don't have any problem. Next example, she does not need any advice. Like some, any also can be used before any kind of noun. Singular, plural, countable, uncountable. Okay, but the sentence must be either negative or interrogative. In interrogative sentences also, we use any. Do you have any extra pen? Third use says in the sentences where there is some negative sense. Sometimes a sentence is there without any negative word, but the sense is negative. So in such a condition, we must use any. Like, he rarely takes any medicine. So the term rarely conveys a negative sense. Therefore, any. He seldom visits to meet anyone. The word seldom conveys a negative sense. Kabhi kabar. Therefore, any. In the sentences where there are the following words, if any of these words comes in a sentence, then without thinking, you have to use any. Tell me if you want any. Tell me if you have any objection. I repeat, tell me if you have any objection. So because of the term if, we have used here any. Next sentence, sentence not given. Okay. Next rule, when the sense is of one out of many, one out of many, we use any. You can choose any book you want. Okay. There are a number of options in front of the person being addressed, and he can choose any book of his choice. Okay, so when the sense is one out of many, we should use any. Next is much, a great quantity of. Like, people consume much water during summers. Many and many a. Both of these determiners, though, convey the same sense, a great number of. A great number of, but their uses are quite different from each other. Example says, after many, we always use a plural noun and the verb must be plural as well. And after many we use a singular noun and the verb should also be singular. Okay. Many people got injured during the stampede. Many people. The noun must be plural after the use of many. The noun must be plural after the use of many. Okay. And the verb also should also be plural. And after many the noun and verb should be singular. Many a book was stolen from the library. Now, more and less. More means a great amount or number of. A great amount or number of. It can be used before countable things and uncountable things as well. And similarly, less can be used before uncountable and countable things. More means a greater amount or number of, while less means a smaller amount or number of. For example, you should work more and talk less. Next example, I need some more water to drink. This time he has made less mistakes. Now several. More than two but less than many. It means more than two but less than many. For example, Alva has several worth visiting places. Means more than two but less than many. Not so many worth visiting places are there in Alva, but a few are there. Various. Various means of different types. For example, the flour of various grains is wholesome, means healthy. Few, a few, the few. Few means a very small number of. A few means some. The few means as many as there. Few always conveys a negative sense, while a few always conveys a positive sense. And the few means as many as there. Okay. He remains lonely most of his time as he has few friends. I repeat, he remains lonely most of his time as he has few friends. So the sentence conveys a negative sense, therefore we have used here few. But yes, one thing more. We use few, a few, the few before plural countable nouns. The noun must be plural countable. Okay. Next example says, I have a few friends, because the sentence is not conveying any negative sense in any way. Therefore, we have used here a few. It conveys a positive sense. But in the above sentence, there is a negative sense because the boy remains lonely most of his time because he has few friends. Next sentence, third sentence says, Amit has broken the few toys he had, as many as there. Therefore, the few. Now little, a little, the little. Little means a very small quantity of, means next to nothing, and it always conveys a negative sense. A little means some, and it always conveys a positive sense. The little means as much as there. For example, the pond is almost dry as there is little water left. The pond is almost dry as there is little water left. Since the sentence is conveying and denoting a negative sense, therefore we have written here little. And little, a little, the little. All these three determiners are used before uncountable nouns only. She got a little late for her school. The sense is positive, therefore a little. Next sentence, Amit has spent the little money he had. Money is uncountable and rupees, the term rupees is countable. Amit has spent the little money he had. Okay, so here the sense is as much as there, therefore the little. Next is all, whole. Both of these determiners mean the same, entire. All can be used for both number and quantity sense. All can be used in both number and quantity sense, while whole can be used only in quantity sense. I repeat, all is universal in its use and it can be used in quantity and number sense, while whole can be used only in quantity sense. And both of these determiners mean the same, entire, complete. Okay. For example, all the students are present today. Next example, all the amount was spent for the welfare of the disabled. Next example, the whole amount was spent for the welfare of the disabled. Next, other, another. For both singular and plural, other can be used before singular and plural nouns, while another can be used with singular nouns only. And both of these determiners mean the same, further or additional. Like send the other guests also, because the noun guests is plural, we have to use here other. Now you have to face dash competitor also. Competitor is a singular noun, so here you can use another and other also, because other is universal in its use, so other can be used also apart from another. Next is both. Both means each of the two. For example, stretch forward both the hands of yours. Next example, she is both smart and funny. Next is fewer. Fewer means a smaller number of. For example, fewer people buy audio cassettes these days. Next is a lot of, lots of, plenty of. All these three determiners mean the same. Many or much means these three determiners can be used with countable nouns and also with uncountable nouns. But the meaning should be a great number of or a great quantity of. Okay. The sentence says there is a lot of, lots of, plenty of food. So you can use any of these three phrases, a lot of, lots of, plenty of, before the word food. And here they mean a great quantity of. Okay. Next example says, my kids have a lot of, lots of, plenty of toys to play with. So the term toys is plural countable noun. The term twice is a plural countable noun, and as I have previously told you that all these three determiners are used before countable and uncountable nouns, but the meaning is a great quantity of or a number of. So you can use any of these three phrases: a lot of, lots of, plenty of. Okay. Next is a great many, a good many, and both of these determiners or phrases mean the same. A large number of means they can be used in the sense of many. Okay. The strong gust of wind has brought down a great many or a good many trees in our colony. Okay. Here it means many trees in our colony. Next is a great deal of, a good deal of, and both of these determiners mean the same, a great quantity of, which means they can be used with uncountable nouns only in the sense of a great quantity of. Okay, you can't use either of them before a countable noun. Like example says, a great deal of or a good deal of violence is there in this world, means a great quantity of. Next sentence says, this winter we have had a good deal of snow. You can also write here a great deal of also. Okay. Sixth and last determiner is interrogatives. What time is suitable for you? And next sentence says, how much water should be drunk in a day? So students, these are the categories of determiners that I have explained you in detail. Hope you all have understood. Still, if you face any problem, if you have any query, any doubt, then you can ask me during the online classes. Thanks for watching the video. May you all have a very convivial day ahead.